Hey there and welcome back to my channel. My name's Georgina. I'm a vocal coach. I've been teaching for 18 years now. I teach adults, children, teenagers, everybody, musical theatre and pop. And if you want to work with me, you can. I have an online singing course. Take a look, the links are below. And if you like what you see today, thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, so today is a vocal battle. Hang on, let's do that again. It's a vocal battle. That's better. It's a vocal battle today. So if you don't know what happens with these vocal battles, let me do a bit of a disclaimer before we start. Now, there is absolutely no way I can compare them completely fairly because often there's footage from a professional performance or the TV or from a phone, a live performance by a fan. There's like different scenarios, sometimes with a mic, sometimes without a mic, sometimes with auto-tune, sometimes not. There's loads of stuff. Is the person ill? There's like numerous different ways, we can look at this. So it's never going to be absolutely perfect. So don't take it too to heart if your fave doesn't win. The world's not going to end. It's just about being educated on their voices. Give you a bit of an idea on who's better than the other person. So today, this is a brand new made vocal battle. So thank you to the awesome person who made this. I will put a link down below to the original video so you can take a look. And today we're going to be doing Selena Gomez and Olivia Rodrigo. Now, as you know, I've been doing a lot of Olivia recently because I'm fascinated by her progress. You know, how she's come out of nowhere and become so popular so quickly. And she can really perform live, which is such an important thing because there's a lot of acts out there who can do it all in the studio, but you get them on a stage, it's not always going to be the same. So I'm going to be giving a point to who is the best for that particular set of clips. And I'm going to be looking at technique, also bearing in mind the scenario. It's hard, obviously, but I'm going to do my best to pick the best one out of the two. So let's dive in.
It's too hard to breathe. I'm on my knees right now. We gotta get away from here. Oh, we never learned we've been here before.
Okay, first of all there, Selena's actually double tracking. She's singing along with a voice that's already on the track. So she's singing with herself, so she's already getting a helping hand. The low note was quite nice, fairly breathy, technique was good. With Olivia, hers was kind of sort of riff in, riff out, but again, well controlled, completely live, no microphone. I actually thought out of both of them, both of their techniques were pretty good. I'd say that Selena's was a little bit more breathy, but it didn't mean that it was bad technique. So we're going to go for a point each. Both good techniques.
Told me I wasn't good enough, but who are you to judge?
Take it back. Scared I'll never find something as good. And would I even know it if I could? On the other side, or would I still be wondering?
Okay, interesting one. Now, I actually think that that's the best era for Selena and her voice when she worked with The Scene. I think the songs are the best that she's done. I also think that her voice was in the best shape that it could have been in. And we know she does suffer from issues. She's had a transplant and things like that. Anyway, nonetheless, I think that Selena was actually better there with those low notes. She had a bit of vocal fry, there was beautiful depth, beautiful resonance, whereas Olivia, she didn't seem as comfortable in those low notes. So I'm going to give it to Selena.
Tonight on you. I know I've heard it all, so don't you try and change.
It's hard to feel the rush, to brush the danger.
Bit pitchy there from Olivia. I would say that Selena was a little bit stronger on it, less pitchy, and had more depth. I think overall, Selena's voice is lower than Olivia's anyway. I think Selena's more comfortable in the alto range, whereas Olivia's more of a mezzo, I think.
Your melody will play on and on, just so I could call you mine.
Okay, both were really good there. It was hard to tell with Olivia because so many harmonies going on. So because of that, and the fact that I thought Selena sounded great, Selena gets the point.
The girls are all so weird, and I've never been the best at talking.
Selena again, she's just better in those lower notes. And I wouldn't have thought that Selena would sing a song like that. A Britney Spears song?
I've been confused and in the dark. Now
But I work hard and I'm kind. Got a forest fire mind on most days.
Again, Selena, she's just better with those low notes. And that song, I had no idea that she sung a Corinne Bailey Rae song. I am slightly obsessed with Corinne. I love her. I've done a cover of Like a Star before. I did Venus as a Boy. I love Corinne Bailey Rae. Anyway, Selena gets the point.
I'm supposed to be. The stars smile down on me. Got answered inside river.
Blazing fire, that's getting brighter. Don't need nobody here that don't believe.
For me that time, it would be Olivia. She had more control over it. Selena was struggling a little bit. You could tell that she was pointing upwards, which meant that she couldn't hear the music enough, so she was gesturing to the sound man. Look, I need to hear it better because I can't really place my voice into this. So because of that, we're going for Olivia.
You're the somewhere that I've been.
But I say that I hate you with the smile on my face.
Olivia there. Selena struggled. It wasn't quite on the note. I would say it was slightly sharp for a moment and just kind of vibratoed out. And do you notice how Olivia has a much more comfortable vibrato than Selena does? Which means that Olivia's voice is kind of more worked and just generally a nice warm vibrato that's come with maturity that Selena doesn't have quite so much.
Don't you stop loving me. Don't quit loving me. Just stop loving me.
I actually enjoyed both of them. I thought they both had good technique for each other. For themselves. So point each that time.
I think too much about kids who don't know me, and I'm so sick of myself. I'd rather be.
Both great for their own personal technique at that point in their lives. We're going point each.
You got every right to a beautiful life. Come on.
They say these are the golden years, but I wish I could disappear. Ego crush is so severe. God, it's brutal out here.
Okay, I would say that Olivia was just that a little bit better. She supported it well. She used quite a bit of twang there. Nice distinctive accenting on Selena there. Not very much vibrato, but a distinctive kind of accent at the end of the phrase.
You can be the best. Who said? Won't you tell me who said that?
Definitely Olivia there. Selena actually had help on the very high notes, not even that they're that high. And the backing vocalists were pretty much singing the notes for her there. were both good. Point each. Okay, I think that Olivia gets it there because there was just more strength, more control. But Selena was so pleased with herself that she did it. She pulled it off, but it didn't seem like she was in the right placement for the whole time. Do you know what I'm saying? It just comes much easier to Olivia now on these high belts. It's not really Selena's thing to be able to belt that high. She can, but it's not all the time she's able to create enough power. She does good, but Olivia does better. Now, what's different there is that Selena's not really using very much mix there. She's kind of pushing a chest voice up, whereas Olivia's doing a more comfortable mixed version of it, which is technically better for the voice than pushing the chest voice up. So I'm going with Olivia for that one.
You broke much more than that. Now I don't want your sympathy. I just want myself back before you found some.
Yeah, a bit shouty from Selena. Point for Olivia.
I'm just gonna shake, 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 shake.
Olivia, and who was clapping then? Just two random. Is that it? Is that all she gets? Olivia, easy, hands down. Both were pretty awesome, to be fair then. I'd say point each. They were both good, but I actually preferred Selena's. I thought she had such a beautiful control of those notes.
And I know we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one.
Selena gets the point. It was just stronger. It had more quality to those head notes. I wasn't expecting this, but it seems that Selena's really good when it comes to the lowest and that head tone, whereas Olivia's in the middle, I would say.
Found someone more exciting. The next second you were gone, and you left me there crying, wondering what I did wrong. And you always say you'll never.
Point each.
this through before.
Selena's better at those high notes. It's just more consistent. Her breath control's really good. It can be a little bit hooty, but the control's better.
I'll get in that lovely dress over there.
And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. I guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me.
Olivia, definitely Olivia. Selena wasn't doing it for anything. She was just sat in a dressing room somewhere.
Yeah, all I need was your amber, but now she's your shade of gold stone. Come, baby.
I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for Olivia that time, because I felt that Selena didn't have as much control over it, because there was an element of it being double tracked, and I think she was miming a little bit. I'm not sure on those two last ones because they weren't really doing it all that seriously. I'd say that Olivia's was just that little bit stronger than Selena's in that last clip. So that was quite an interesting ride, I must say, going from those low notes being Selena, then coming up to Olivia, and then kind of a bit of both when we got to the end. Interesting, there's some really good songs in there. It took me on a bit of a ride. So who do you think is the best singer out of the two? Now I know you're all going to say Olivia, but I thought Selena really held her own in this. We know Selena's not, a riffing expert. She doesn't have that much vibrato, but she does have a really nice tone. So anyway, let me know who you think is the best out of the two in the comments below. And if you've got any more vocal battles you want me to do, hit me up and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.